You see, life is not going to be always on your side. You have to work hard and keep attempting and never give up until you reach your goal. Keep following your dreams, and when you reach it, you search for a different one, a harder one to keep it challenging and interesting. You have 86,400 seconds, and how you use them per day is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what you're doing, a sport, a hobby, or even studying. Never giving up is all that matters. I used to be lonely. Nobody liked me. I only had one friend, Rowdy, that always defended me and in front of people who picked on me and bullied me. I lived in a poor reservation where nobody had a future. My mom used to go to the same exact school as me. Therefore, I was going to end up exactly like her. Nowhere. I gave up, knowing it was the easiest thing to do. I was growing up knowing that I was going to be a failure anyways. What's the point anymore? Over 1.3 million students drop out of high school, and a high school dropout is ineligible for 90% of the jobs in the US, which means about 90% of the dropouts have a huge chance of failure and making them give up everything in life because of just their dropout. About 1.8 million college students drop out of college due to unhappiness, feeling of loneliness, or getting really bored. I wasn't one of these dropout kids. I remember when Mr. P told me to go to a different reservation, a different school, away from all the hopeless and miserable people, and that I need to ignore all my hate and never give up on my future. I went back home. I started considering what Mr. P told me. He told me to leave. I started to think about it and found out that I had nothing really to lose, except my best friend Rowdy. Will he accept it? I asked Rowdy if he could come and join me to leave. He punched me right in the nose, and that was his way of saying goodbye, which really broke my heart. Another major reason why I left the reservation was because of my sister. She really inspired me. She ran away from our house to chase her dreams. They weren't colossal dreams, but at least they were still dreams, which showed that she was hopeful. Anyway, I knew I was going to get bullied in my new school because I was the only Indian kid in the entire school. I didn't care. I just moved on. I didn't care if I was gonna get bullied. I was satisfied inside about how I'm copying my sister and chasing my dreams. First day of school, a white kid called Roger comes up to me and says something really racist to me. I wanted to look tough, so I just punched him right in the nose. After that, he started to respect me. In addition, me and him became actually good friends. I was surprised since me, an Indian kid, and Roger, white kid, became friends. See, anything is possible if you actually believe in it. If you have enough hope, everything can be possible. I even started to become more confident when talking to girls, because Penelope, a hot girl in my school, actually kind of liked me back, and it's all due to being confident towards yourself. One day, Roger comes up to me and tells me I should really try out for the basketball team. I start to underestimate myself. I told him I would never ever make it on the team due to the size of the other people. I was just a tiny Indian kid who just liked to play basketball. I didn't see myself as a good player. I just went because the whole point was for me to have fun, and I liked basketball. That's the only reason why I went. When I was there, I actually started to realize something. The coach was actually considering to put me in the team if I showed him I am worthy of it. I worked hard. I stepped up my game, and I actually showed him I was amazing. I believed in myself. I knew that I can make it to the team. Well, in that case, he actually told me that I was going to be a special weapon in the basketball team because I had amazing shooting. He also told me that I am one of the most valuable players on the team. I was ecstatic and realized how much of a role hope had towards my life. Overall, even though I had lots of sad moments in my life, such as my grandma's death, the wisest Indian I've ever known, my sister's death, she was my idol, and Eugene's death, these things didn't downgrade my hope. If anything else, I kept improving because I kept succeeding every time. It's not just me that had hope and believed in himself. Otherwise, then I'm gonna be the only successful person in the world. A lot of famous people failed before succeeding, because that is basically part of life. After being cut off his high school basketball team, he went home, left himself in his room, and cried. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for TV. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas.